Okay, on this video I want to talk to you about some of the different kind of power supplies, the most common ones that we deal with that are actually on top of or external from the board, from the soundboard themselves and the timers. Okay, we'll start over here with this Amitech power supply. Okay, the most important thing for you folks in the field to know about this is the more details that you give us, the better that it is. And if you're not at the mall, we ask you that you take good notes on what you think you need if you're going to go home, but we prefer that you be at the mall. Okay, so a lot of the things that we would need to know about a power supply like this is, okay, it's an Amitech power supply. It's all black with white lettering. There's a 4-pin plug on one side and a 6-pin plug on the other side. Okay, and that's really important. That gives us a lot of insight, especially when you tell us the name that it is, and serial numbers and stuff like that do not help us at all, because that's not how we record information from power supplies. Okay, now next what we have here, this is for low voltage IT2 boards, okay, which we'll get to that in another video. But this is also important too, because we have some of these that have power coming in and out on opposing sides, but most of them are one-sided, where you have two 4-pin plugs in it. Okay, and giving us information on this, the best thing to do, again, is more information, it's better. And if I can make, if you can see this at all, this is power supply 110, okay, 110 volt it says there at the bottom. Alright, you tell us that it's a black box with a green label, and it's the power supply. Okay, and you know that because they're all written here somewhere, and it says right on them, power supply. So a lot of this is really self-explanatory, but having it pointed out to you is really important. Now, you'll also notice here and on this one here that there are fuses. Okay, power the ride down, check that fuse with a meter. A lot of the times that's the only problem that we end up occurring, is a blown fuse. Okay, now you come over here, these are from the same family. These are both RGM Mitchell power supplies, and this is real simple. Okay, we have old style, which kind of looks like some Lego blocks, and we have new style that has these green plugs here. Alright, now the only thing that you have to deal with the new style is, see where it says 50 volt amps? Some will say 100 volt amps. Okay, again, just be as specific as possible. Okay, these are in different areas from where the boards are. Okay, that actually gives you your sound and your time and your coin. Okay, you're going to tell us this is an RGM Mitchell. All right, it's the new style with the green plugs, and it's 50 volt amps. Okay, and again, we have fuses to check. All right, check these fuses before you call and say you need a power supply, and check them with a meter and continuity, which we'll go over that as well in another video. You also have a fuse on this side as well. Usually these have 2 to 3 fuses. Check all 3, and a lot of times that saves you a lot of headache. These are pretty old. They're not really rare. There's a number of them out there. The fuses are inside this, which you take these 4 screws off. You take these 4 screws out to get to the fuses. Okay, so we have new style RGM power supply and old style RGM power supply. Now, in the Whitaker Brother rides, we have what we call this white box board, this power supply here. Now, this does a little more than just power, but to save things, time and everything, without getting into all the details, we're going to call it a power supply, because power does come in and power does come in and power does go out to the motor. All right, and then you have some various things here. There's some lights and coins and things, but they also have fuses, okay? The reason that we want to point this out to you in this video is we want to show you the most common power supplies that are external from the soundboards themselves. You know, they provide power to the soundboard, so on and so forth. You know, and you know what to call them. So just in review, we have an Amutech power supply. More detail the better with all these. This you could call your IT2 power supply if you so choose to, but it's a 110 volt power supply, and they all say power supply on them somewhere. That's really important. We have new style and old style RGM power supplies, and you're also looking for details. 50 volt amp, 100 volt amp, whatever it says on it, 2 green connectors or 1 white connector, okay? And we have the Whitaker Brothers whiteboard power supply. Hope this helps you out. Thank you.